Hello, it's the Coaster Craze, and today I'm analyzing all of Six Flags' 2019 editions that were just announced today, besides Maxx, Force, and West Coast Racers, which I made individual analyses for. So let's get right into it. I'm going to first talk about the three giant discoveries. They're making a lot this year. Two of them are actually going to be the tallest in the world, tied for that. The 172-foot tall Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth at Great Adventure and the Joker Wildcard at Fiesta, Texas. They're breaking the record of Crazy Annie by 2 feet, so that's kind of funny. And then there's going to be a smaller one that's 147 feet tall. That's actually part of the new area, Scream Punk District, at Six Flags Over Georgia, and that looks very nice. And that's kind of cool that they're going to be like, the biggest ones in the world, at least 2 of the 3 of them. They seem like really good rides. I've never been on one, but I'm excited to do the one at Great Adventure next year. And it's kind of cool that Six Flags continues to make them. They seem like a really popular ride for them. And then another clone ride, which is actually having a little bit of a resurgence, is 2 new Super Loops. One of them is the standard size one, Chaos, coming to La Ronde, and they don't have one. This is a decent addition. It's a solid thrill ride. And the other is Lone Star Revolution, which ties the record for the largest one at 100 feet, with Mardi Gras Hangover, which opened this year at Great America. It's not a bad one. I know some people at Six Flags Over Texas will be upset, but they weren't really due for a coaster anyway, although La Ronde is starting to get due for one, but these are not bad additions at all. Next up is the Great Escape, which is actually the only water park edition of any theme park in the chain. I think this is a good addition. They're rebranding their water park into Hurricane Harbor. They're going to add a little kiddie pool. They're going to add some new theming, plus bucket blasters, which usually you see these at the amusement park, not at the water park. But these are really cool. I feel like Six Flags hasn't added one in a while, and I'm glad to see Great Escape get it. It's a good addition considering they'll never get a coaster. After a big year, I think it's fine that Six Flags Mexico is getting kiddie areas, DC Super Friends and Bugs Bunny Boomtown in particular, which is what Six Flags Over Georgia got a couple years ago, and involves the retheming of some kids' rides with new ones like the Bat Caballeros, the Looney Tunes Adventure Camp, the one of these bucket rides, and also one of these kiddie swings, Taz's Tornadoes. I think that's really nice. They're getting some new kiddie rides and family rides with the bucket one, which is really cool. Great Escape's also getting that. And I think this is a solid addition. They just got a coaster. It's okay. I'm sure they'll get a good ride next year. That's more thrilling. Six Flags New England's getting a new Cyborg indoor thrill ride. And it looks kind of like the one Great Escape got, the Chance Freestyle, a couple years ago. But this one's more unique because it's actually indoors. And it looks like it might have some really good theming. And with all the computer systems and stuff. So yeah, I don't think it was the great year for them to get a thrill ride since they just got Harley Quinn last year, but at least it's going to be more unique because it's indoors. Batman the Ride is a new for 2019 free spin coming to Discovery Kingdom. This was probably the most shocking of the announcements. I'm including it here even though it's a coaster because we've written them. I don't need a full analysis on it. But what's shocking is that they just got Skywalker last year, which some call a coaster, and they got Joker 2016, so no one expected a coaster this year. I thought there was going to be family rides, and honestly, other parks needed it more, like St. Louis or America or La Ronde. So yes, it's a great fit for the park. I enjoy them greatly. I think it'll be great for Discovery Kingdom, but I think they should have gotten this maybe another year. Six Flags St. Louis is due for a coaster, but sadly they're not getting one next year. Instead, they're getting Supergirl, which is one of those second-generation enterprises, and I'm really happy to see a ride finally themed to Supergirl, so that's cool. But the ride, they have a lot of thrill rides. This is a solid addition to the park nonetheless, but I think it's really time for them to get a coaster. I was a little bummed about that, but it's not a bad ride at all. Six Flags America is my home park, and I kind of knew a floorless transformation of Apocalypse was coming, but I was really hoping for the unlikely chance of a new coaster like a Raptor, or even a 4D, because I really don't like Apocalypse. I never ride it. This was my first time riding in 2 years, just recently, so I could get my last ride on it, and even as a floorless, maybe it won't be painful anymore, but it's still a pretty crappy layout, so it won't be that fun. It won't be that thrilling at all. So I really was hoping for it to be replaced. I know it has history. It's the first B&M, but I just wanted a more costly, addition to Six Flags America. They're due for a coaster. They haven't gotten actually a new coaster for the park since 2001 with Batwing. Now that's saying something. I'm going to finish off this video with the 2 new Six Flags parks. First off, Darien Lake, or should I say Six Flags Darien Lake, because it's now being added to the Six Flags chain officially, and to herald that change, they're getting a new addition, Six Flags Skyscraper. And I think this is a perfect addition. They just got Tantrum, new coaster last year, so now they're getting a nice new thrill ride that I think all parks should have. This is a great ride. This is the 242-foot tall variant. I think it's just a really, really solid addition. Finally, I have Frontier City, which is getting a new kids area at Timbertown, and this is going to have 4 new rides: a rock and tug, one of those little froggy hop rides, an airplane ride, and a kiddie coaster. And they already have a kiddie coaster, Wild Kitty, so I'm not sure if that's going to be replaced, but the one in this new image is one of those Zamperla ones, like you can see here. Plus, in winter 2019, they'll be adding Holiday in the Park, which is always a welcome addition to a park. So overall, this is not a bad addition for a park that's kind of smaller and often doesn't get new rides every year. So that wraps up all of my individual analyses of all 13 parks getting those new rides, plus the 2 parks getting the major coasters, Magic Mountain and Great America, which I did separate analysis for. And overall, I think this is a really spectacular year for Six Flags. I like how 2 of the 3 coasters are really unique, and not just your run-of-the-mill Six Flags ones, even though one of them is a free spin, and that's the run-of-the-mill one, of course. But there's a lot of great rides. I think most parks are getting really good stuff for them, with a couple exceptions that are really due for coasters, or some parks that I think were really due for water park additions, like New England or over Georgia, but instead got more thrill rides. But overall, I think it was a really solid addition. I love how they're adding 2 new parks to the ones that get a new ride every year. That's really awesome. Super excited for the 2019 season. I'm about to get my 2019 season pass. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's Coaster Craze signing off. Stay tuned. I'll probably do a Cedar Fair analysis video for all their rides once all of the parks that aren't getting coasters have their rides announced. See you guys later. Bye.